The Banewarrens, a series of vaults beneath the city containing the most vile artifacts and fiends from an ancient era long forgotten. The walls of this dungeon are impervious to every attempt to breach them and every spell that tries to pierce through the vaults. And yet, here you stand, under the city streets, looking at a wall of the Banewarrens with a magical black tear cutting through the stone. You have brought with you Mr. Hazelton, a member of the Wizards Guild, who have had visions of someone accessing the Banewarrens. Now you must discover what is happening within this dungeon and seal it back up before ruin is brought to the city. You approach this wound in the wall into the Banewarrens, and who is the first to step through?
Elmon said he was.
Elmon, you carefully sidestep and making sure not to touch this weird rift wound.
Actually, leap through.
Leap through.
Yeah, leap through, roll, jump up, pull out my bow.
God.
You do so.
As Elmon does.
Yeah.
Elmon leaps through, rolls into the Banewarrens, and stands up with his bow ready and an arrow nocked. Looking left, looking right, looking straight, looking up, looking down. And
He does this before he brushes his teeth every morning.
Absolutely.
it is a octagon room is what you find, with a partially open silver door to the west and a fully open steel door to the east. The rest of your group, nowhere near as acrobatically, comes through the rift. Everyone makes it without trouble and touching anything black and starry. I want to say guide, but I don't know, your archaeologist, researcher, Mr. Hazelton definitely looks nervous. Avius, you're not getting the sense that he uses magic in the same way that you do. So he doesn't have any armor spells cast. He doesn't look like he has anything prepared in that way. He's not thinking about magic in combat terms at all. You've got that sense.
Speaking of, I want to cast Earth Armor.
All right. How long? That lasts a couple hours, doesn't it?
8.
Avius gets through the giant wound before casting Earth Armor, then realizes, oh yeah, that probably would be a good idea. A shimmer of armor coats you and then fades away back to your normal skin.
I'm now at 15 AC.
Oh, that shields you with your cool abjuration
and
shield.
I have plus 19 points.
Did you get that, Puck?
Mm-hmm.
All right. In this room, the Banewarrens, you have now arrived. It is made of stone in slightly vaulted, oversized rooms that are, not slightly, I would say 20 to 25 feet tall. The walls are made of a very smooth stone that is all of one piece. There are no bricks. There are no joints or anything. Perfectly smooth. The walls are also made of a strange, slightly sparkly substance that the torchlight catches every so often. It's got like flavor crystals inside.
Is this reminiscent at all to that room that we discovered way back when?
Where started all this?
Yeah.
Which room?
The room with
we ran into Morian?
With all the...
Oh, right.
Yeah, the undead.
It is not like that at all.
Okay.
It is not. You also have a smell about the place of an old smell, but not a bad smell. And there's also an electrical smell about the place as well, a static electrical smell. And there's also a feeling that all of you have that this is an imposing place. This is not a place that is haunted or wants to hurt you or is demonic. It is a place that is sternly conveying through its magical essence, none should be standing here. You don't feel welcome. And again, it's not an evil presence. It's more of a stern No one should be here. You find yourself in this octagon room. There were 2 exits I mentioned. It is bare of everything. All the floors and ceilings have that beveled shape to them that I mentioned. And there is a partially open silver door to the west and a fully open steel door to the east.
All right, Wizard. Which way?
He shrugs. Your guess is as good as mine. My research shows that we should be on the lookout for any kind of plaques or markings.
Do we see any?
None.
Oh, yes, that right there.
This guy's really helpful.
We should split up.
I'll go back through the passage we just went. You guys go whatever ways you want.
Avius starts walking over to the partially opened silver door.
Silver door. All right. You're over by that door.
I think the party, or
Yeah,
I'm following. I can't speak for
And Avius walks through.
You walked through. The door opens very easily and very silently. The room, by the way, is your octagon room that you're in is very loud. Each footstep, even your more quieter, I'm guessing Elmon's pretty darn good with stealth by default. Even the soft padding of Elmon is very loud sounding, but there's a strange effect. Avius, as you step through this door, the sounds are incredibly much more muffled of your friends. You can even hear Avius softly say, this way. And you can't, Puck, you're just a few feet away. You can't hear him at all because he's just stepped through that door. And you follow him.
It's a cone of quiet.
You have entered a...
That up.
I did. Good job, Elmon.
You have entered a room. It is a large chamber that has 2 levels. At the bottom level is a huge metal device like an iron tower topped with a brass sphere, and it rises 30 feet high, this chamber and this little tower does.
Is that the level we're on?
You are on the top section.
Sphere level.
Around this strange sphere is an iron catwalk made of crosshatch grating that follows along the walls, and that's where you guys have arrived. There's an iron spiral staircase in one of the corners that joins the 2 levels. The small tower is essentially a cylinder about 10 feet in diameter, and there's a number of joined metallic extensions like the legs of an insect that extend from the tower and connect to the ground or simply just jut out into the air towards the catwalk but never quite reach. The sphere on top is about 15 feet across, and there's a series of curved plates that make up the sphere. It's made up of all these different segmented plates.
And they are metallic?
Yes. There is only one apparent exit, and it is a wide 30-foot passage further on towards the west. Incorrect. There's also another passage to the north on the top level. So the bottom level has a wide 30-foot passage to the west, and then there's another one to the north on your level. Smaller one.
What do you guys make of that sphere?
In this room, can we hear it? Like you said, we couldn't hear from the other room, but in this room, can we hear each other?
You can hear each other, and again, your voices kind of echo a bit. Each footstep on the catwalk metal is loud and clangy.
Okay.
The room, again, clean, just like the other. There's no dust. This isn't a dungeon that has been haunted or left to rot. This place is almost sterile in nature.
In the words of the wisest man I've ever known, nobody touched nothing.
I don't remember saying that.
I would second what the bard says.
Real.
Yes?
That thing you do with the metal and the heating.
No.
Is that focused, or is that just kind of a free for all?
Mr. Wizard, put your hands in your pockets.
Oh, they are.
There.
It requires some effort on my part.
But what I'm asking is, can you heat specific things without heating others?
I don't know how to answer that. I didn't craft the
Generally,
spell, I
yes or
just
no.
learned it.
Oh, yeah. Well, too bad we don't know.
What was your idea?
Perhaps putting some heat onto this sphere to see what happens, or the tower, perhaps. But not the catwalk, not the catwalk.
I would say that's a terrible idea.
I second the elf. We don't know what's going to happen.
Did I mention the wisest man I know?
It could kill us all. We don't know what would happen.
Oh, you're not touching it.
Let's head for that passage, pointing to the passage to the north.
The smaller one?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that's on our level.
Yeah.
Well, the catwalk we're on, are we able to get down
Yeah,
to
there's
the
a
bottom?
little spiral metal
okay.
staircase. Yeah.
Which way?
Let's stay on this level.
There's a bigger main passage down there. I'm just suggesting, just throwing it out there. I'm fine with staying on this level.
Bigger passage, bigger creatures. I'll stick with the small one.
Sometimes terrible things come in small packages.
I agree.
And I look over at Puck.
Shit-eating grin at you.
Fiddles with an eyeball.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't be fiddling up. He'd be fiddling down.
Where do you head?
It moves.
I guess we're going to stay on this level then?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
You step loudly across the catwalk area and towards the smaller northern passage and walk down it. It doesn't take long before it opens up into a room, another octagon-shaped room. You've come across no doors or anything keeping you out in any way. And this room is, I'd say about 2/3 of it is covered in a field of fast-moving, blackish, cloud-like energy that's passing. Like this mass of energy that's over, kind of at an angle, that's covering, what I say, 2/3 of the room. And there is a box of metal, and there is a lid that has come off, and it appears to be emanating the strange grayish energy that moves quickly with little cloudy energy. And you can see contained within this energy is a bloody woman dressed in the clothing of the Lothian church, and she lies in the lap of another bloody dead woman who you immediately identify as Valian.
Oh, sad.
Wait, dead?
They're Valian's dead, propped up against like the far wall. She's got her companions lying, her head in her lap. They've got their armor on. They've been bloodied up. You see some weapons on the floor, and they're covered by this field.
Avius walks, so the chest is open, facing away from us.
Correct.
I want to walk up to the chest, and I jut my hand forward and use Gust to shut the lid.
Okay. You do so. Is that a cantrip?
Cantrip.
Cantrip. The lid swings over, shuts down, and the projection of energy stops, and it fades away, and the whole field dissipates. There's a little bit of a sound, and it all goes quiet, and you hear Valian take a deep breath. She is not dead.
Oh, excellent.
She breathes. She blinks. She looks.
Come on, I'll pat Avius on the back. Good job. Good job.
Puck goes up to her to see if he can be of any help medically.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
I do a level 2 cure wounds on
All right.
her. Before I touch her though, I'm like, can I heal you?
She nods weakly.
For 9.
That's not bad. Some of her wounds close up. However, she appears to be extremely exhausted and very drained.
What happened to you?
I followed the cult down here. Been tracking them for several days. How long have I been here?
At least 3 that we know of.
She gently lays her companion's head down on the ground.
Is her companion actually dead?
Her companion is dead.
For reals?
For reals.
Okay.
I'm sorry about your friend.
Gienda and I, we attacked them and slew a few, but they certainly...
The two of you could just come down together?
Yes,
It's very brave.
it was foolish.
That too.
She crawls just a few feet and picks up her mace and then uses the wall to get up onto her feet.
You're in no condition to continue. You should head back.
You didn't answer my question. How long have I been here?
3-4 days.
She shakes her head. I tried to stop them. We tried to stop them. They found a doorway. Several of the cultists we attacked, and they still got through this door. They used powerful magic I've never seen before. They used a ring of power that granted one single wish.
And what was the wish?
Their wish was to gain access through a sealed door further into the Banewarrens. There was a tremendous boom and a tremendous crack when the door opened, and even with the power of that wish, it remained open for only a few seconds. But several of the cultists and their weird, thin-haired leader raced inside, and the door closed behind them.
I hand Valiant
Yeah.
a greater healing potion. Take this. This will help you.
She takes it and does not drink it, but stores it. You didn't say when.
Like the way she thinks.
Yeah. Where was the door?
It's down on a lower level, just beyond here. She points in the general direction of the lower 30-foot wide passage.
I'm gonna need that back unless you're gonna drink it right now.
Leave her. I can give you another one, wizard. Leave her alone.
But you're right. I am no condition to keep going. Is the way back clear?
Yes.
Yes.
No one followed you?
Just these 3.
4.
That's the wizard.
One of us is an imposter.
She grabs her friend and does a little fireman carry.
Wait here. I'll be right back. And I'm going to escort her to the exit of the Banewarrens.
All right. She heads out, and as you help her get her friend through the breach.
Yeah, I'll carry her friend.
All right.
I'll ask if I may.
You do
carry her
so.
friend, and then
You help get them both out of the breach, and she takes her friend back. Treat these cultists violently when you come across them. Take them down for me.
worry not.
She nods.
We're full of violence for these cultists.
And she walks off down the narrow passage.
I hurry back.
You rejoin your friends.
I'm assuming we're at the end of the passage up top here.
Yep.
Okay.
Before departing this particular room, just checking for the plaques that were mentioned. Anything of note?
No plaque. Oh, what plaques?
Plaques and markings that Hazelton had mentioned.
Oh, no, you don't see anything like
Nothing.
that.
How big is that chest?
The box?
Yeah, the
it's
box.
Pretty small. Maybe like twice the volume of a shoebox.
No. You should not take it. Well, I don't know. Should we, though? Do we just want to leave it?
I take the twine that was wrapped around that note,
Okay.
and I tie I'm assuming there's a latch on the box.
Sure.
I tie the
Mr.
twine.
Hazelton speaks up. I would not touch anything here unless absolutely necessary. We must get close. We must investigate. We must research. But the Banes, whether this is one or not, you don't want to deal with. There are no treasures here for us.
Oh, I'm not anticipating this as a treasure, but as a weapon.
He steps back.
I tie the latch with the twine.
Okay. You feel a bit of energy spark out when you touch it, and you may make a wisdom saving throw, please.
13.
13. You take no damage. You just feel a little bit of a jolt, and you feel a little bit of darkness across your fingers. And if you would, on your character sheet, write down 1 point of corruption.
Okay.
Oh, you sons of bitches.
Don't look at me.
Oh, you got one too.
Ooh, it has a little bite to it.
It's a mimic.
Well, yes, I believe you are right, Mr. Hazelton. Everyone, don't touch anything. I'm like shaking my hand, wiping my fingers on my robe,
Ghosts scream every time he touches
trying
anything.
to prestidigitate myself.
Well, let's move. Let's move on.
Okay, you guys head on. Where you headed to? There were 2 more ways to go. The giant passage to the west or back out towards the fully open steel door.
I just shoot arrows. One of you smart people figure this out.
I say we go down through the big passage.
Yeah, works for me.
All right, you guys walk down the metal staircase, creaking
Try to do it quietly.
very loudly. And you walk down the passage as the puck taking the lead. Again, as you walk through there, the creaking of the last person, which I think is Elmon, you don't hear at all. You look back and you see him silently going down. But then once he enters the passage, his steps get loud.
Yep.
No.
The passage ends and dumps out into I say narrow, but it's relatively speaking, it's maybe 40 feet by 100-foot room. Again, beveled edges. Seems to serve not too much of a function. There is a exit of a passage to the south, but more importantly, to the west is a giant steel door, 10 feet high. It's not too giant, 8 feet wide, that bars the way to the west. This door shimmers with a blue sheen, with delicate traceries of mystic ruins covering its surface. The sheen seems to fill in the hairline gap between the door and the stone sill like mortar made of light. The door stands out as both an incredible construction and one woven with incredible magic. It is the largest concept of a magical seal you have ever seen before. In front of the door lie the corpses of 4 mutated men and women with strange, shiny purple extensions jutting out of their body. And that is what's in this room.
Don't touch him, wizard.
Look at this.
This is what Valian was referencing, I assume.
I assume so as well.
And there's blood on here. Just totally contrasts with the rest of the Banewarrens you've walked through.
Avius is just looking over these 4 dead bodies.
Okay.
And then
Mr. Hazelton is checking out the door and checking out the seams and touching things. And
What do you make
Touching
of this,
he is.
Mr. Hazelton?
I believe this is a sealed door towards the more inner vaults of the Banewarrens.
Can you get through it?
Heavens, no. Did you not hear what the lady said?
But you're a powerful wizard.
This is beyond capabilities. I've said it so many times, but it is impossible to get through this door. It is designed by Danar many years ago to never be opened by anyone but him. It is not possible.
Our friend upstairs saw people go through it.
I know. That is quite worrisome. If they're in there, I'm very worried about what they may find and what they might do.
Are these all cultists? Each one of these?
it appears to be.
He bings some little purple ribcage thing sticking out of the body. Dung, 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 dung.
Is there anything else lying about around them, or
Some
any-
weapons that don't seem to be of interest, and blood from the fight, and then you can see some trailing blood of Valiant and her ally when they got away, or somewhat got away. And Mr. Hazelton again is just touching the door. If I didn't know any better, and I'm obliged to believe someone is the champion we saw, that lady, I would say that this seal has never been broken since it has been sealed. But here, and he shows blood leading right up to it, and apparently going through that seal, this would suggest otherwise. Just a few days old, by my best count.
Well, if they are to be stopped, then there should be a way.
I know of no one. This is sealed beyond recognition.
We have another door.
Yeah. Very well.
We might need to employ the Church of Lothian. They have some powerful wizards.
And warriors.
Who just left.
Yeah.
Well, they were here by themselves.
You go find her, and she's like, I don't know if you've been keeping score, man, but we just got our asses kicked.
But for now, yes, let's go.
Split out and call it even.
You said there's a passage to the south?
Correct, right from this area.
All right.
All right.
It just loops around and goes around the door.
It's still here. What?
All right, you guys head south?
Yeah.
You head south. It is
Is it a bigger passage?
No, it's very small.
Ugh.
Not small enough to affect you that much.
All right.
It is small, though. You go single file.
But it curves. You have no line of sight past 10 feet.
Yeah.
And it goes maybe 30, 40 feet, and then it branches out left and right to a series of doors, almost like cells, if you will. It's kind of got that motif. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 of these doors. All 4 of them are open.
All right. Slowly, Elmon will kind of push past a little bit, sword and shield out,
Okay.
and kind of stealthily poke his head through.
Okay, so
around
you've
each
got
one.
if you're looking at the doors, there's a door 1 on your right, 2 closer on your right, 3 on your left, and door 4 far on your
I
left.
mean, just going door to door as the first door he comes upon.
Which one is it? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Are they
You're going to go left or right?
left?
Left. You go to the left door, and how are you opening this door?
I thought you said they were all open.
They are all open, but not wide open. They're ajar, let's say. It would be a better way.
Elmon is not touching the door.
Okay.
But
So they open in
I'm not
or out
touching you.
to the passageway.
They open out.
so just looking through the whatever opening is available.
Okay. You can see there is a lit room just beyond it that does not appear to be too large, maybe 20 by 30, 20 by 20, but you can see only a quarter of the room from this angle, and it appears to be completely empty from this quarter.
Open with your sword.
Be careful, but you must know if they've been here.
Elmon will take a sword and
This is your magical rapier?
Yes.
Mildly magical rapier.
yes.
You creak. It's so apprehensive. You creak open the door. Nothing happens. You look inside. It is a 20 by 30 chamber that is completely empty.
Where's the light coming from?
It is coming from two sources that are on the far upper corner. These are also 20 feet tall. They're very tall rooms, also beveled. In the corners, there are globes of white light that are magical continual light spells.
Okay. Nothing here. And move on to the next one.
Go to the next.
Move on to the next one. You peek through.
Do the same thing, yeah.
It
Yeah,
appears-
peek through first, and then
It appears
if I
to be
don't see
empty.
anything,
You
creak
open it up. It also is empty and also lit by two lights on the far side.
Go to the next door.
You go to the next one. You can see as you peek through, this one is not empty.
Okay, lovely.
There is some sort of chain on the ground, and there is a light. It is a bluish light, and it is kind of sputtering from this angle. You have not opened the door fully.
Okay, I'm on a signal in there, and shrug a little bit, and then start to push open the door
Okay. You push open the door.
sensitively.
Inside is
Viciously.
a 20 by 30 chamber with several chains lying on the ground. And in the middle is a long metal box, not unlike a lidless coffin. It's propped up on a stand at about a 45-degree angle. There are inset amethysts in its four corners. And it has just a bit of an ominous vibe to it. And that's all you can see from here.
Does it have a lid that's propped open?
Nope.
No? Okay.
And it's empty. There's nothing in it.
Correct.
The amethyst.
Yeah,
And those are inset in the actual.
correct.
We're gonna leave those amethysts alone.
Yeah.
Let's get a closer look.
What are the chains? Are they attached to it?
They were attached to it, and they're long, maybe 15 feet long chains. You're not sure the function.
Does it look like they were at one time maybe wrapped around it?
It could be.
And there's no lid anywhere in
No
this room.
lid.
And the crazy wizard wants to go.
Yes. Don't touch anything.
What do you make of this?
He scoots in, but doesn't want to take the full lead, wants someone close by.
Avius walks beside him.
All right, the two elderly men approach. And you come up to this box. As you get closer, Avius, you can see there are 6 pairs of leather straps in a fashion that suggests something or someone was confined within.
All right.
You can also see some faint emanating purplish smoke that dissipates before it gets too close.
Okay.
And there is some writing on a plaque that is attached to the box.
Mr. Hazelton,
Yes.
do you see this?
Keep an eye on the smoke, if you would.
Sure.
He kneels down low with his right hand. He draws a cut in the sky, and there's a tearing motion, and an image of a warm little study appears of just a few feet, and there is a pedestal with a book and he reaches his hand in and starts moving pages and moving pages. And he looks at the plaque, which is written in a strange language, and he can't make sense. And he goes back a few pages. Yes. This says this is the resting place of one Tavin Zith.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, looks like he's awake.
Yeah, so it would seem.
He's been freed, apparently.
I don't think we should clean things up. Why don't we just leave this here?
I agree. We've ran into this guy. We know what he's capable of.
Perhaps we can subdue him and bring him back here.
Well, assuming he has not passed through that magic door.
Oh. And he closes up his little tear and puts his book away.
One room left.
Let's go.
One room left. This one is also not empty.
Lovely.
And Elmon, you were pushing on the door with your sword again?
Well, I look in first before touching anything.
All right.
I'm just looking into the ajar, whatever I can see.
Sure. You can...
Before disturbing the room.
You can see nothing, but it is a black room that is sparking electrically. So you see like that white flash, and you can hear zip, zip.
Okay, something's going on.
Do you see? Zip, zip, zip. I don't know what that means. I suggest a bow.
Elmon will push the door open with the sword.
All right. You push the door open. Inside, you see a metal pentagon on the floor of this 20 by 30 room, with another one on the ceiling, with metal protrusions that stick out of each of the corners of the pentagons on the bottom and the top. And these pentagons are lightly spark electrical energy. They're doing it in a random fashion of no sense, except the tops and bottoms do go in unison. So whatever ways they go, they go. And there's also a plaque on here, and you see nothing on the walls, nothing on the ceiling. There's no other exits at all here.
Well, read the plaque.
Mr. Hazelton goes over to this. He says as he cracks open a rift and starts paging through his book again remotely. He says, "Thankfully, I'm hoping this is the only breach that has ever been made to the Banewarrens. We are in the outer vaults, and there are many of them." And he turns another page and sees some strange writing. I don't recognize the name. It says this. Let me get the translation. This is the eternal prison of the dark slaver, Piriel.
Who?
Piriel.
Why does that sound familiar?
Spell that.
Pireal.
I think you mean, Pyreal.
Oh, yes. That could be.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Also not here.
No,
good.
but we do know where he is.
You do.
Yes.
Yet another who will need to be collected. That's an avious sigh.
Yeah.
He's quite...
We'll circle back on that one.
I'll put a pin.
Is there any more information on this Pyreal?
We'll call that Plan B.
Hold on, let me look. And he starts going through his pages and back. No, eternal prison, the dark slaver,
Pyreal.
Pyreal. It's been a few minutes. You've explored much of the southern vaults and exits that you could find, and you are now back in kind of the more central chamber that had 2 floors with the iron grating above it. And Mr. Hazelton is sitting down with his feet dangling off the edge of the second floor grating, and he's inspecting that sphere mounted on top of that tower.
Oh, what do you make of this?
I sense these symbols here. There's one per panel are in a language I still don't understand. He's got his hand through his portal, going through his book. But this one is a shape of a dragon, which I can't quite understand. And this one here is of a titan.
Well, that's something to go on, no?
I don't think this is any kind of bane. It is not locked up. I would even say this is some sort of device, some sort of contraption that was never completed.
Oh, not completed?
It's unfinished. There are panels that are missing, and I have no idea what's going on inside of it, but there's sections that don't match other sections.
Is it possible that this is a map of the Banewarren?
I'll keep looking. I'm not sure. And he slides around some panels very carefully. And it's, again, the sphere-type concept, but it's got those early 80 polygonal sides to a sphere might have, so it's more of a dodecahedron. And then each of those have different panels that can come off of this little brass ball, and those have a single rune on them, or again, some of these images that he's spotting on there.
Can Avius make any sort of some sort of check to see if anything he knows about where they've been in the Banes might match?
Correlate to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, make a make an Arcana roll.
Arcana? Okay. Ooh. Oh, it's a 10.
All right. You don't see any correlation or anything at all, and you're having a little bit of trouble seeing the dragon shape, really.
Yeah, okay.
Not quite sure what he's getting out of all this.
Well, I suppose, while you're here with us, we do have one other door to go through.
We do?
Yes, don't we?
The silver door,
The steel one.
or the steel door, yeah.
Yes, the steel door.
I've already been in there. There's nothing.
Oh, well, I would like some more time with this, but I think we shouldn't tarry here.
Yes, I think we should just, see what we can while we can, yes?
All right. He closes up his little rift to his book and stands up and goes where you guys take him. Where are you headed?
Avius grabs him by the hand and
Okay.
leads him towards the steel door.
Oh, thank you.
What's the blindfold for?
50 Shades of Grey and grayer. You head towards the east, back kind of out the way you came, until you are at one of the initial branching points here in the Banewarrens, and there is the door that heads out to the east. Double check that one. Yeah. It's a steel door that is wide open.
And can we see in past the doorway?
Yes, it is a passage just like these, very clean, very beveled, very tall. It goes maybe 30, 40 feet and then takes a sharp turn to the right.
Okay. Shall we go?
Let's go.
Let's.
All right, and what's the order again? The marching order?
How big is this passage?
10 feet wide, 20 feet tall, 40 feet long.
I'm gonna go first. Bow drawn.
Okay.
Avius and Mr. Hazelton arm in arm
All right.
follow behind Avius. I mean, Owen.
Did you just do it to yourself?
I did.
Unless Real has objection, Puck will go last.
All right.
Okay. What?
I wonder if we should ever go back to the place where we originally met Morian. If that would yield any.
We have. And there was nobody there. I don't think we went inside. Oh, no.
No. We went to
I
the
was thinking
necropolis.
of the
The
Lady
necropolis?
Witch. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. No, where we originally.
Yeah.
I wonder what that would yield.
I don't know. But now's probably not the time.
All right.
But yeah, it's a
Who's in
thought.
front of me?
It's a
Avius?
thought. Put a
Avius.
What?
Yeah.
Avius is in front of me.
And Hazelton.
Real will tug upon your robe, making sure not to loose it, but to get your attention.
Yes, real.
There's much talk of Pyriel. He was the one on the boat.
Yes, Pyreal.
Pyriel.
Yes, your friend, the one who talked to you and none of us.
Yes. That's why I'm talking to you.
Uh-huh.
Is he the one that we're talking about?
Well, he's the only Pyreal that I know of. He is,
You know him?
what?
I've talked.
Shit.
You've talked with him?
No, not really.
Yes.
He, he.
Real tries to mimic what Pyriel looks like or Pyriel looks like, and he walks like this, and dark slaver.
He's not much of a talker, really.
You've interacted with this dark slaver?
Well, to be fair, we didn't know at the time that he was either dark or a slaver.
So then you know where to find him. We need to not only continue to know what has been taken or set free, but we need to get back what has been and prevent future losses within the Banewarrens. And you know where one of these Banes is, this slaver.
Hey, he's not a bad guy, really. When you get to know him,
Is it possible that one of these could have a change of heart?
I sincerely doubt it.
Well, but you also believe that it's impossible to breach the Banewarrens, so I do have to say that your judgment is somewhat suspect at this point.
And what good would it do to put him back in here if it's still breached? Shouldn't we figure out how to contain it before we put anything back in it?
That is certainly something to talk about once we can figure something out. And I've been thinking about that, but I haven't quite come up with the answers yet.
Have you asked any of your little buddies in the reverse pyramid?
You mean my revered guild members of the inverted pyramid?
Yeah, your little buddies.
Reverse
I
triangle.
think he works there alone.
It's not a pyramid scheme. It's multi-level marketing.
You pay me, I pay others.
Mr. Hazelton, is your last name Ponzi?
Rill continues to tug at Avius's robe, bringing him down lower to his level to whisper in his ear.
Avius bends down. What?
If this is the one that we're talking about, Pyriel seemed very interested in what he called the unbreakable seal, which I think is the door that we've been talking about.
Yes.
He wanted to be fetched.
He did. This is true.
But I don't know about Mr. Hazelton, so I'm telling you.
Yes. Well, I think once we're finished here for the time being, this will be something that just the four of us do. While Mr. Hazelton goes back to his residence.
And Rill steps away and kind of beams a smile at Mr. Hazelton and falls back in the line.
All right.
Are we done chit-chatting?
We've been walking. Yeah.
You round that corner and it goes another 40, 50 feet and ends in a door that is also a steel door that has been blockaded on this side with some big thick wood beams that have been pushed up against, and some crude stones that have been wedged at the bottom section to try and prevent the door from being opened.
Well, that's interesting.
Does it show signs of being forced beyond any normal measure?
Nope.
It's just stone.
You just have two of these big, thick wood beams with rocks trying to keep them in place, wedged, angled up against this door. That's a duplicate of this door you just came through earlier.
So, somebody is not trying to prevent us from getting in, but rather prevent something or someone from getting out.
And Elmon, you're up first. You can see this wood and stone thing look very, very new.
And it's recent. I'd say 20 minutes.
Well,
If anybody built this, it's probably the cultists. Maybe they're trying to keep somebody that could help us out.
or somebody,
love the optimism.
or somebody who could destroy them.
Yeah. Wouldn't they, if they were trying to destroy them, wouldn't they be on our side?
I think it would be rather
They're the bad guys.
indiscriminate
We're the good
of the
guys.
destroyer.
I won't hurt you. Open door. Don't mind the tentacles.
Well, we must go on. We have to go on.
Must we? You were not too enthused about going on before.
We must see, as I said, what has been...
Okay, all right.
Oh, if this door
Would you like a cracker?
is closed beyond this silly wood, then do not proceed any further for certain. But if someone, an outsider, has come through, we must know what is beyond.
Okay.
He tries to lift.
Puck will help him.
Still contemplating the wisdom of this.
All right.
And as like he's doing that, Elmon sort of motions for the other three.
Wisdom check.
Oh, Avius is helping him.
Okay, well, I'll drag Avius forcibly by the robe then.
All right, Avius has been forcibly dragged over with Rill.
What? What?
We could leave temporarily, speak to our friend on the nettle, or Rill's friend on the nettle.
Dark slaver.
Yeah, that one. I wouldn't quite present to him that way, but before proceeding further,
I believe it would be wise if we had more information.
okay. Wanted to get that out there.
So what are we just going to
You are
You're
indemnified.
out there, Puck. You're helping with the rocks.
Okay.
I do love saying I told you.
All right, there's a big bang, and one of the beams comes sliding down, and
I'm gonna die.
I told you that the last monstrosity.
stuff is pulled aside, and then Puck and the old man are able to, or really Puck, are able to get the other stick, a beam, and a boulder, a little rock out
Will
of the
is
way.
keenly watching to see if a sprig of water shoots through the door at any point.
There's no water coming out.
Better not be.
We're saved.
Is there a handle?
There is a handle, and Mr. Hazelton sees that handle and takes 3 big steps back.
Oh. Why the hesitation?
I certainly would not care to be the first.
Understand. Elmon.
Everyone in this room turns and looks at Elmon.
I'm gonna go up and I guess get a hold of the door handle and kind of hold his bow in one hand and with an arrow, kind of between his fingers and. hold
Elmon's
the
like,
door.
yep, it's closed. You didn't even touch it.
All right, time to go.
You grab onto the door, and there's a little handle section, and you pull, and it comes open with ease. There is no screeching sound. The hinges appear to be well oiled, and it swings. It's a little heavy, but it swings open, this thick steel door.
Got a bad feeling about this drop.
And beyond, you can see there's a 30 by 40 room that is kind of curved upwards towards a central circle area. And you can also see there is, you can see on the other side is another narrow 10-foot hallway, 20 feet tall, that goes on the other side of the room.
On the inside of the door, is there any steel door? Are there any dents looking like somebody's been trying to get through it?
Make an investigation roll.
Question, fuck.
An 8.
8. You see no visible damage.
Good. I'm gonna step into the room.
All right.
Arrow knocked, ready to go. Bow at like semi-ready.
You do so. You see there are 4 light, blackish but faint, hard to see until you get closer in. Actually, you can't even see it with your dark vision. You can only see it when the torchlight gets in there. You can see 4 faint blackish beams that gently go down about maybe based around the center circle, maybe about 10 feet apart in a square type vertices, if that makes any sense.
How tall is this room?
This room is all 30 feet tall.
And
Doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
Avius beckons Mr. Hazelton, and they begin to approach that center area of the room.
All right, you can see there's a plaque up ahead.
Excellent.
Elmon skirting the perimeter of the room.
All right, you can see there's another little hallway down there, and you can hear a noise coming from down that hallway, and it's kind of this staticky buzz of zzz, and it's a little faint, which means it could be very loud in this weird environment.
Elmon will turn and kind of signal to everybody to be quiet, pointing towards the passageway.
Okay.
Mr. Hazelton, that means be quiet.
Of course! And he makes a big tearing noise as he opens up his portal.
And you come up to the to the plaque.
Elmon's signaling for everybody.
Oh, they're at the plaque, though.
Yeah,
They're doing plaque.
I know Elmon's signaling. Away from the plaque and come.
You're being ignored, at least by Mr. Hazelton.
Yeah,
That's fine.
He wants to get this plaque done.
yeah. We want to read the plaque.
They're plaquing it.
Puck will come over to you.
All right. Real?
I will stand at Elmon trying to figure out what he's doing.
Okay.
But I watch Puck and I wander over.
Okay. He gets out his book. He starts flipping through and says, this one is a bit of a challenge. And then one of the thin cylinders, if you will, of that falling gray energy coalesces into immediate form of a dark ghost. And it hovers there, and it watches the two of you, Avius and Hazelton.
We noticed this?
Yes. Goes, shh. This thing, it's hovering there maybe about 5 feet off the ground.
Just watching.
Not
doing anything.
Not doing anything.
Okay.
And Hazelton's oblivious to it.
He is.
Maybe the other chapter. Hold on.
Yes, do hurry.
Don't rush knowledge.
Well, sometimes
knowledge
Reading is fundamental.
so is staying alive.
Elmon and crew, the rest of you are on the other side. You're at the other side of where you came in. There's this other passageway, this weird crackling noise you can hear. And then you briefly look. There was no sound when that ghost coalesced. You can see this thing hovering not too far away.
To Avius, does it look familiar at all? Or reminiscent of anything he's seen before?
Make an Arcana roll.
Yeah, 12, 13.
13, you do not recognize this.
Okay. Well, what have we?
Have we what?
Please do, try and make haste.
With a weird, raspy voice, the ghost speaks.
Common?
It's looking at them, right? The old man?
Yes.
A language that Avius understands?
Yes.
Okay.
It speaks. And it says to, you, Avius, you're only giving it the most attention. Excuse me. It says, "We will awaken his queen, Lysiar, and she will release her beloved. Armies of death and shadow will spell across this world once more." And points a finger and turns and rotates 90 degrees. "And you will suffer, Yabael." And the other one forms into a ghost. Another one forms into a ghost, and all 4 of those beams have formed into ghosts. And they start swarming at your party.
Which of our party?
Let's find out. You find yourself, at least the inner group of Avius and Hazelton, surrounded by 4 black wraiths. These creatures are closing in on several of you, and we'll have that happen in just a moment. And also, more of that blackish energy comes down, but instead of in a condensed cylinder from the ceiling, it's more of a wafty wall section, and that's what this various stuff is here on the map. It does not hinder your movement at all, but it does block line of sight. It's a curtain of blackness that you cannot see through.
Okay.
Is the challenge. So you can certainly walk through it, you just can't see. So with that in mind, let's roll some initiative, shall we, and see what happens. New combat, roll initiative. Elmon, you're up.
Shocker.
You shoot one undead king, and you just can't get away from it. Elmon's, with the arrow already knocked, can he actually see the globes of darkness that are like the globes that are creating this curtain?
No, there's no source.
There's no source at all.
No source.
So he couldn't shoot it out.
No.
Okay. All right. Very well. So which one was the one that talked a bunch of crap? All right.
The one closest to you over there.
You guys first. All right. Very good. So bonus action will be to put a hunter's mark on him.
Okay.
And I will.
He would have some cover, but you've got your cool ability, so you cancel it. Nice.
And I will actually no magic arrow.
Cover from what?
The black smoke stuff right there.
Okay. And normal shot goes out.
Okay. Good luck.
19.
19 hits. He tries to get out of the way, and you still get it in.
8 points of damage.
8 points.
On the first attack.
Done. Shoot. He's hit.
Again. 27.
Is definitely a hit.
16 points of damage.
To the same guy.
Shot. That is correct.
All right. Hold on 1 second. I got to bring up their stats, which I forgot to do. Here, and here. All right, one more time. What was the damage on him? Second one? Second hit? 16?
16.
Sure.
All right. 16 damage. Boom. You have hit 2 shots. Shunk, shunk. And you can move if you want, and Rill, you're up. Oh, how about this? This may or may not affect things. You can hear heavy booted footsteps charging down this passage you're right next to.
The one we just came through?
The one you came through this door.
Oh.
Heavy booted footsteps are coming this way.
Good times.
Is there a door or anything?
There is no door. All that's there is another block of that misty stuff that blocks vision.
And we could walk through that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna head towards the corner closest to
Got it. Real.
kind of put himself there in the corner facing out.
Nobody puts them on the corner.
Except for Elmont. He put himself there.
I will close into Elmon with my movement.
Okay.
1 or 25?
25. There we go.
That gets you there. All right, you're getting closer to the wounded wraith.
And to the further away one.
There.
Yes.
Okay. Unwounded one.
I will see if he finds the antics of a living halfling to be hilarious.
You're casting some hideous laughter. This is wisdom.
Hideous laughter, wisdom.
He's not too bad. 13.
He will succumb.
Oh.
He finds the living to be hilarious.
Let's see.
Something of his former life.
He's immune to that. Doesn't say he's immune to laughter.
This
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Far
think
one.
you're good. Hold on, just let me double check. What was that spell again? Hideous
Tasha's
laughter.
hideous
Yeah.
laughter.
Concentration, enchantment, creatures. It does not say that it
I
is
check to
charm.
see if
You're good.
and its intelligence falls into place.
Yeah.
I thought since it spoke, so
Yeah.
One of
The
them.
creature appears to enjoy the scene. It's not giggling per se, but just more of this. Like it's totally has just won the battle. It's already celebrating and it's totally distracted as to what's going on.
alrighty.
All right, nice. And that's one of those things where at the end of its turn, it can try and get its turn back, right? Okay.
I believe so.
Next up in third place is Puck.
Yeah.
Of all people.
I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at the closest one that's
All right.
already wounded
Against the wounded one.
with a 17.
Okay, and what kind of damage is that?
That is force damage.
All right, you hit him. I take it back. You miss him.
With a 17.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, I need to take that back. I'll let you re-roll and everything. You have no line of sight on that guy.
But with okay.
He's
so I'll
inside.
move.
Right there will work. Perfect. Okay, take a couple steps, and then I'll let you make the shot again.
With a 19.
19 hits. You pierce through the little mist. It twirls like a plane going through it with a vortex.
14 damage.
And boom, you hit him 14 points of force damage, you said.
Mhm.
Got it. 14. All right. Next up. Got it. Next up. Barreling through the mist in the corridor you're heading comes a ghost knight, a metal suit of armor with ghostly black apparition contained within. This beast has a huge battle axe that it wields with one hand and a shield in the other, and it comes charging in. It's ready to come charging in like 30, 40, 50 feet, do some huge charge attack, but it just stops when it stumbles across this little goblin right next to it at the entrance and comes smashing down with some axe attacks. Axe attacks. Puck, you are attacked for 11, 23, 17.
The latter two hit.
Letter 2 hits. Shoot, shoot. You are hit for 7 points of slashing and 10 points of necrotic, and then 7 points of slashing and 10 points of necrotic.
Whoa!
Huh. Okay.
All right, next up is one of the wraiths. One of these wraiths closes in and reaches out and tries to grab hold of the back of the head of Mr. Hazelton. Yes?
Hold on. Okay.
Good. And misses.
Okay.
He goes, ah! and almost starts to roll down a bit of the area and dodges the attack. The next one to go is Avius.
Okay, question. When a spell is applied to self, does that include anyone engaged or touching me?
No, self is you only.
When a spell applies to a large creature or smaller, may it be applied to two smaller than
It may
large
not.
creatures? Okay.
Any other rules you want to try bending?
All of them.
Can I come back to life right after I die?
Did that.
Been there, done that.
So you're on top of this slightly raised pedestal area.
Yep.
Hazelton's right next to you. One wraith is closed in, and more are certainly going to close in as well.
Shoot. Then I'm gonna do
5, 4, 3, 2,
I'm gonna do firebolt
1. Firebolt. Okay, cast away.
at the one that
Just
tried
attacked
to tried to
Hazelton?
grab Hazelton.
All right.
That was a 16.
16. It goes wide and misses.
How far wide?
Wide.
Probably
gonna-
3.
You gonna move? Or are you good?
Yeah. Can I grab Mr. Hazelton? and-
Yeah, you can half move if you're helping him.
Yeah. Let's half move the hell out of here.
Okay.
It's 5, 10, 15 towards the door.
The door.
Yeah.
Okay.
That we came through.
1, 2, 3. Done.
Hazelton, we must leave.
Wah! The other wraith over here races across over towards Elmon.
He cannot.
Oh, he's laughing. That's right. That's what that marker's for.
He can do it at the end of his turn.
Yes,
can make that
he
roll.
just continues to laugh.
This is so good.
And then
You
he
did
tries-
not expect that skeletal knight, did you?
Oh! He critically failed his saving throw. He will not even get a chance on his next turn after
Oh.
that. How's that? He continues to just be enamored in the glory of this victory that has not even begun.
The other wraiths are like, really, Ralph? Right now?
You never take things seriously, Ralph.
Always the Joker. Why did we raise you back?
The wraith that's been wounded by a couple of you, he races towards the corner to get to Elmon. However, he does pass next to you, Rill, and you can provoke an opportunity attack if you want, or save your reaction for something else. To be a melee attack only.
I am... Checking here.
All right, well, he's going to attack Elmon.
Okay.
Elmon was a 15 to hit you.
Will be a miss.
All right, these claws come stretching out, and you're able to bat him away with your bow. And the other wraith, 1, 2, 3, is going to do the same thing. I need to check his speed.
I feel so loved.
Did you
Oh,
want to do
God.
anything, Ro?
1, 2.
No, I actually need to save my...
7.
my
Goes
stuff.
flying across the room, parting the weird blue smoky like curtains that are drifting down from the ceiling, and also reaches out to Elmon.
I wish to impede this with a bardic inspiration on the counter side.
On this one right here.
This one right here. This is the reaction base,
Okay.
and I'm still have that
All
fortunately.
right. So what does that do? It's a D8 against.
Let's see, rolling.
This is vicious mockery?
You
No.
can choose to use this after the creature makes its roll, but before the GM determines the hit or miss.
Okay, and what's it called?
This is the cutting words.
Cutting words. All right, make the roll.
Did it hit?
I can't tell you that
Before
before the GM tells you whether it's hit or not.
the GM determines whether the attack roll succeeds or fails.
I'll tell you I rolled a 16,
16?
if that matters.
I'll roll it.
Good luck.
It's now 10.
It's a 10. It reaches out with a 15 to strike at Elmon.
That'll be a miss.
It had you in its sight, but the bard cutting words. What did you say?
I probably said, oh, these are the same ones that attacked you before and failed. What?
Elmon, you're up.
According to that, I'm blocked. Am I able to like get through that?
No, you are blocked.
Okay, lovely. Well, shit sticks. I will.
Actually, let's say you can go diagonal.
Okay. I would like to do that.
All right.
As far as I can go.
How far is that?
Well,
you're gonna proc some opportunity attacks.
I know.
All right. So you race between the two of them, and just as you step out, they're going to get their attacks.
Okay.
These are disadvantaged.
At disadvantage.
This is one of them with a 15, and the second one, just black claws swarming. You duck, and a 15.
That's also good.
All right.
Wow.
Those are big attacks too.
So I'm going to use my bonus action and dash,
Okay.
and then move. So 105 feet. I guess I'm going to go to the far corner of the room.
All right. You can just go to the far corner. Nice. Ran to the other side.
Boom! And then shoot arrows at.
Who are you shooting?
I am going to the one that is still hunter's marked. I need to get that hunter's mark off that guy.
All right.
Which is going to be through death, hopefully.
Arrows fly.
Yes, and actually these will be Ilnoran arrows that are currently flying. 20 to hit.
Hits.
23 damage.
23.
Yep, on the first attack.
Big, brutal hit. It screams and screeches, but is still alive.
All right, second attack. 21 to hit.
Hits.
Again, this is also an Ilnoran arrow. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 more points of damage.
And the wraith goes and fades away into nothing.
Fantastic.
It is Rill's turn.
It will have to be next because I used my bonus. Yeah.
Rill steps close to Puck.
And Elmon also shouts, "You guys coming?" to the race.
All right.
Rill then whispers into Puck's ear, "You're too close to him." And
so this giant ghost knight.
A giant bubble of silver appears around both of us and fades in, and we appear in the corner opposite.
There's also a passage here you guys left open.
Okay. The corner over there.
And what are you casting?
Dimension door.
A dimension door. Huge teleport. You teleport away to the other side of the room.
I like that.
Nice.
You're too close to him. You're too close to him.
That's that. Puck, you've been teleported to the other side. There's a wraith who's still laughing not too far away, maybe 10, 15 feet away.
Yes, there is. There's also this son of a bitch. I'm gonna try and injure him.
You have no line of sight on him.
Because of the black.
Okay.
These weird black curtainy things. You got teleported through them.
Go all the way up?
Yep.
Okay.
You know what I like to think too? For a second, there were two little adventurer shape holes in the black mist. like you literally traveled. That's a cool visual.
If that's true, then we still have line of sight.
Shrinking.
Okay, then I'll cast Eldritch Blast at the
closest one.
Closest one.
You got it.
Yeah. Natural one.
Natural one. You blast the Eldritch Blast, and it kind of just does this weird, sad, farty noise. But Rill snaps us back into time. What happens?
What were you doing again? You were
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. The Eldritch Blast takes shape. You see this dark mist coming into you, and then it slowly turns blue and washes over your mist, kind of rewinds the moment and allows you to take the shot again.
How many of those do you get?
I get one in a reaction period, so it could
wow.
be ongoing.
Wow.
It's crazy.
13.
Misses.
but you have to be close. You have to be close.
All right,
Yeah.
done.
I'm gonna do some bombs of the summer court on myself.
On yourself, healing yourself. As you do that, a ghost knight charges across the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then has to do another move.
I'm gonna say he can't see us from where he was.
He knows where you're at, but he does have to do a move to get there.
Okay.
And that's the good news. The wraith over there in the corner. Elmon, you race past this wraith. He is going to turn around and fly 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You got to double count diagonals. And flies right towards you, Elmon, but has to use all his effort just to get towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Not understanding why he can't get his opportunity attacks. He will learn.
Right, I'll be on the other side of the room next round.
And then bursting out of the smoke from the far side of the passage comes a second ghost knight. Comes bursting through, and he charges in
That can't be good.
and bursts in towards Mr. Hazelton and Avius. You guys are toe-to-toe with two of these armored guys. And speaking of which, Avius. You got two of these ghost knights right on top of you, battle axes and shields swinging, hollow sounds through their armor.
Oh, here it is. Oh boy. I half move with Hazelton.
That'll trigger opportunity attacks
Uh,
on both of you. Does that change things?
Maybe not. Okay, oh boy. Here we go. I Misty Step.
Leaving Mr. Hazelton?
Yep.
Okay. Good luck!
To here.
Back out to the door you came in.
5.
Shoo. That's a bonus action?
That's a bonus action. And then I yell out to Hazelton, "Don't move!" And I focus my hand out, and my eyes get bright, and a flaming sphere appears.
Where?
Right about there. It should be able to encompass everyone right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Flaming sphere, a 5-foot diameter sphere appears.
No, sorry, fireball.
Fireball.
Yep, sorry,
That's
fireball.
entirely different. Do you have line of sight? You sure do. All right, so you're exploding just behind those guys and erupting a fireball to grab the two knights and that wraith.
I think both wraiths.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. What's the radius on the fireball?
Radius is 20.
20. So you can get
I'll get those three.
these three? Okay.
Yep.
Boom! Huge fire erupts behind them. Mr. Hazelton's just like, "Wah!" As fire flows over everything. And I need to make some
Dex saves.
This is the Ghost Knight. First one, I don't think did so well. 13.
Nope.
Second one completely avoids the fire with a natural 20.
Okay.
The Wraith did not do so well either with a 14.
Okay. What about Hazelton?
Hazelton's fine because I'm assuming you put it behind him.
I did.
Well behind.
Okay. All right. So it just gets the 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So full damage to two of them.
I'll re-roll these two because they fell off the side. Okay. We have 6, 7, 8, 12, 17, 27.
27. The Ghost Knight reels in pain. His black little essence turns fiery red for a moment before returning to its original color. It seems to shake its head to get the fire off. The Wraith that is there, you said 27?
Yeah.
Also took a bunch of damage, but not as much damage as you were expecting. It appears to be somewhat resilient to the fire.
Okay.
All right. Next up, is that very wraith. It is going to whip its head over towards you, Avius. Die! And comes racing out that door right up to you and tries to give you a hug with a 24 to hit.
Oh.
You are touched. And touched well. You have some sort of reaction you're doing?
Maybe. Oh, where is it?
I hate to say, wasn't the Misty Step the reaction?
No, Misty Step's a bonus
That was a
action.
bonus.
Very good.
My reaction is absorb elements. And what kind of damage?
It's hit you. Okay, so that's what we're deciding. I'm telling you what kind of damage then.
Yeah.
So you have to decide whether or not you do it.
Well, absorb elements depends on.
How so?
It only absorbs like elemental damage, like cold, fire.
I don't have this on there. Yeah, but normally with a reaction, you need to determine whether or not you're going to do it. You do decide.
I see. Okay. Then I'm not gonna risk it.
Reaches out and hits you, and cold, life-draining energy leaves Avius's.
So what kind was it? Cold or
body,
necrotic?
And it does 21 necrotic damage.
Damn.
You feel weakened. Your knees start to buckle. Make a Constitution saving throw on the old man. Uh-oh.
I only lost 2 actual hit points.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution save. Oh, 7.
7. How much damage did you take?
2.
2 total damage?
Well, yeah.
2 net damage. Your maximum goes down by 2.
Okay.
Imagine if you didn't have those temporary points, however.
I know.
It is horrific. All right, you hang on your feet a little bit. It's not that bad. Bum. Okay, Sir Laughs a Lot, the Wraith, continues his insane laughter. Yes! Kill them all! We're winning! And does not get a save because he critically failed the last one. And Elmon, you're up. You're in a corner with a Wraith on you.
Elmon will travel to the other side of the room again.
Just racing back and forth.
I love it. I will get the
attack.
opportunity attack at disadvantage.
20.
20 will hit.
I rolled a 15 and a 16.
Yeah.
All right, the Wraith reaches out and hits you for 21 necrotic damage as you race by.
Well, that's a lot of damage.
It is. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Good luck.
Good luck.
8.
And you feel weakened. You continue your run, but you're belabored, and you get to the other side, and you're catching your breath. Your maximum hit points have also been reduced by 21.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Elmon will.
And it hisses and laughs. Not as much as the other guy, but.
The knight guy that's on the left there. Yep, that
Yep,
one.
he's been
slightly
hurt.
Closer to Elmon. Yeah, they've both been hurt.
No, just him.
Oh, nope, because that was my bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Will is going to take 2 arrows.
Okay.
Both of them.
He anticipates it and raises his shield to block.
More in arrows.
Good luck.
16 on the first shot.
Hits his shield.
Second shot, about a 28.
It hits. You kind of juked him out with it. And
First one was just,
yeah, it was the faint. It was a
just
faint
draw
arrow
shield
somehow.
up, yeah.
It gets him.
For 12,
This is the wounded guy, right? Yeah.
17, 18, 19, 21, 22
Jeez.
points of damage.
You pierce through his metal arm and pin his left shield armor into the armor of his body, and now it's stuck there, his left arm.
Excellent.
Nice. That was that one.
Morian, I'm coming for him.
Will,
All right.
you're in a corner with Puck. No guys are right next to you, but it's a tight room.
Right. Oh, man, this is not pretty. I have to leave you now, Puck.
It's all right.
No, I have to leave all of you now. Goodbye. Move over to closer to where Atheus is.
All right, towards the door.
Toward the door.
Perfect. Thank you.
Right there. I shamble around in my clothes and gently place upon the floor the hourglass.
Oh,
Nice.
hourglass. Can you remind us all about the hourglass?
The hourglass, denoted as the hourglass, the phantom hourglass itself, radiates a field, I think it was a 10-foot radius, and it negates the properties as follows. Fear, necrotic, psychic, those three.
All right. You take this hourglass, you turn it upside down, place it on the ground, you said?
Yes.
And there is a 10 feet, yeah, there's this explosion into this, a faint, gentle explosion of about 10-foot diameter out from it of this white little sandy stuff. Ghostly sand just goes out and then gently starts to fall. And it lands upon the ground and creating this perfect circle of just light, faint, weird little gravelly sand around it. And you feel there is a great deal of protection going on here. That takes a bonus action to activate.
Okay.
There's a wraith caught in that too.
Yep.
Okay.
To which I'm following, but I am doing...
Oh, and this was the item you found in the vault, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
this was
Alright.
the item I found in the vault.
Protection immune to necrotic damage, psychic
Immune.
and fear. Perfect.
To necrotic.
I know where I'm going next.
Yeah.
Then it was to one of the knights, the one between the knight and the laughing wraith.
Yep.
Middle one.
Wounded one.
He will suffer the mockery.
Vicious mockery. What is
Vicious
that?
mockery. It'll come out to what I imagine he's charred all to be damned. The armor's not looking so bright anymore for you.
He makes a wisdom saving throw. Is that what it is?
Wisdom saving.
11.
He fails wisdom saving throw.
What does that do?
1d4 psychic damage, and he's at disadvantage for his following attack rolls. Takes 1 point.
All right. His next attack roll is disadvantaged. Got it. Puck.
I'm gonna move into.
And I need to step out real quick.
All right.
Move into the mist there, or the light, the sphere of protection,
Okay.
whatever it is. And then I'm gonna throw a big level 5 insect plague. These 3.
How big is it?
30 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I had it much tighter in that previous battle.
Nope.
30-foot radius?
30-foot radius.
Wow.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. 20-foot radius.
20 foot. Well, then that's still.
Still big.
Yeah, you can get it.
Yeah,
right
you can still
there.
get him.
And
Maybe back there. 20-foot radius. That would work.
they need to all make a Constitution saving throw.
Crazy swarming insects almost fill this small room. And the Constitution saving throw?
Yep.
All right, that is a laughing, giggling wraith making a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
With a 16
No.
and a knight with a 7 and a knight with a 21.
21 makes it.
All right.
He still takes half damage.
Half damage.
Which will be 12. The other 2 will take full 24 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
And that stays there. And anytime somebody enters that, anyone has to
Crazy
make a
running out.
Pointedly looking at
has to
Elmont.
make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
That's all right. I can skirt the edge of that room.
Just wanted to let
Yep.
you know that was there. I'm also going to do 2 more Bombs of the Summer Quarters, so
Okay.
it's a bonus action.
Massive amount of swirling insects
Nice.
buzzing through the huge smoky area, attacking these things. What type of damage was that, by the way?
Piercing damage.
Piercing damage.
Little bees.
That
bees.
works. That works. Yeah, they all take the damage. All right, the Ghost Knight, who has taken the most damage,
When does Hazelton move?
Oh yeah, shoot, I skipped him. Sorry. Hazelton does need to move. He is going to move. He's going to do a step back. Careful
Disengage.
Step back. Disengage. And then he's going to run beside you.
Okay.
The Ghost Knight, who has taken the most damage, turns and charges towards Elmon, since you impaled his shield arm to his torso. And he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Darn it! And takes one more step to get right next to you. And cannot get his attack going. Wraith in the corner.
He's going to have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Races through the bees. And I don't think it's good. I think it's 11.
31 damage.
Jeez, is shredded. Tattered wraith going through these crazy natural elements, and is able to get right next to Elmon, but also had to use all of its main action, just relying on its opportunity attacks. He's done. The other Ghost Knight charges in towards Rill and comes slashing down with his axe with one hand. You ready for this, Rill?
No.
With an 8.
I'm readier than I thought.
Critical hit.
Wait.
And a 19.
Can't stop the critical hit.
Doesn't.
I could do the cutting words on the last attack, which I will do.
All right, cutting words. You're going to subtract
Cutting
your
word.
D8.
Yep.
What do you say as he brings down the second attack? Third attack.
It's more of a juke.
Okay.
I put up some glasses. 8 minus.
Whoa! All right, so he misses criticals and thought he got you with the third one, but doesn't. The critical is, where is it? A brutal. There's it. 11 slashing damage. And would have been 18 necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Oh. He hits you hard and then just kind of looks at his axe as it just looks like a normal axe instead of this cool, badass, black, ghostly, dripping axe that it's supposed to be. He kind of shakes it a little bit, checks the batteries on it.
Yeah, puts the tip on his tongue, tries to wet it.
I need to roll for concentration on Laughing Boy.
Okay.
It's straight con.
It's 10 or higher.
10 or higher.
There is no modifier.
It breaks.
Okay. He's grateful for that. Avius, you're up. You're in the doorway you came in. Hazelton's right next to you. You got a wraith very close to you, and not far away is that knight that just attacked Rill.
Right. I guess I'll go after the wraith right next to me.
Right.
And range spell. I'll do arc lightning.
Okay.
Since I don't have to roll for
At
it.
level what?
Just level 1.
Level 1?
Yeah.
3 quick bolts of lightning zap out.
Pew pew pew. 4. 4 and 3 is 11.
11? That's pretty good for that spell.
Yeah.
Electrical damage. Let me double check and make sure it doesn't keep missing these things. Bum, bum, bum. It takes half damage from that.
Okay.
Does take damage. Are you going to move or are you good?
I will move. If I move, is it a...
Yeah. It'll trigger an opportunity attack.
No, I'm just going to stay there. I'm going to stay there. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to move.
All right. It then reaches out.
Okay.
Are you in the
I
field
am.
range by chance?
Yeah.
It reaches out with a 24.
Okay.
and it drains your life, and you crumple almost down to your knees in agonizing pain, and then just stand up and say, sorry, not sorry. The crazy protection of the hourglass around you keeps it from doing damage.
I just smile at the wraith.
I'm going to give a little bit of pity to the wraith. I'm going to let him do 1 point of slashing damage to you just because of his claws.
Okay.
I got to
all right.
something.
That's
Poor guy.
fair.
And that does not drain your life. However, rising up from laughter, unamused any longer, is the wraith who has been dominated by your laughter spell. He slowly rotates around the room to face the halfling. Joke's on you.
Okay, it's not for everybody.
And he comes screaming right at you, and I'm going to give him advantage on this attack, and gets a 22 and is just furious as there's no draining, there's nothing. The protection of the hourglass continues to block all of this damage. I will let him also do 1 point of slashing damage.
I think he should take psychic damage for that.
Yeah, the wraith.
And
Moved in.
Yeah, he moved in, and Elmon, you're up. You got a knight and a wraith against you in the corner, and a small hole to run around them.
Yeah. I will draw my sword and shield. And I will attack the knight.
Fighting the knight. Go for it.
13.
Misses.
Yep, kind of figured that. And the second, oh my god, it's even worse. 10.
Misses.
Okay.
Fumbling, desperate, surrounded. Rill, you can go.
Taunting everyone there.
Okay.
Just annoying the hell out, just strumming my lute, just banging on it, taunting the knight.
It's basically a Tenacious D concert.
You're weak, you're feeble. And same with the wraith, and laughing back at him with his jokes.
All right.
Even trying to get the attention of the wraith behind me.
You are infuriating them for sure. Make a performance roll. Let's see how infuriating you are.
I'm adding your DM inspiration.
Okay.
This is just me being bravado, all this fun stuff. Whoa.
Gonna be a critical failure. It's just gonna be nice.
It will be low. Let's see. 18.
18 is low.
That was a 3 on my normal roll.
And you
Added
still
a 3
got
for a DM inspiration.
And you still got an 18.
Still got an 18.
That's incredible. All right, you are absolutely aggravating. You are the carrot top of bards right now. All right, you're good. No spells, nothing. He's just being an aggravating. Puck.
Going to move right next to Rill? And lay some hands on him and do a level 3 cure wound.
Big heal.
Can I interrupt that?
Sure.
If that happened, which it did, then
Like-
that other one wouldn't work.
No, you can yell something, or I don't know how you want to handle that.
Before he casts, no, not now.
You hear a desperate Rill holding up a hand, warning you not to heal him.
Before I move or after I
After you move.
Gonna blow.
Well, then at that night there, I'm going to try this damn Eldritch Blast.
An Eldritch Blast again?
With a 24.
Blasted with magical energy.
Whoa.
And 10.
10 points of damage. That's pretty
I saw
good for a
20.
cantrip.
That's
Yeah, I know.
That's a 2.
He gets hit. Definitely still standing. The Ghost Knight, who is right next to you, Elmon, is just if he could laugh, he would at your feeble attacks you just tried to make with your rapier. And he brings his axe down upon you. Oh, man, that's not handy. With a 13, 20, 23.
Final 2 hit.
Boom, slash, slash. You are hit for a total of 14 slashing damage and 20 necrotic damage. Are you taken down?
No.
Nope, still in the fight. Brutal hits. And done.
Necrotic comes from the top. Does it only come from the top, or does it eat the bottom of the points?
No, that's a Wraith special ability.
Oh, that's a Wraith.
Wraith
Oh,
special
God,
ability.
I was like, jeez.
One of the Wraiths moves away. If you want to make a melee
Yeah.
opportunity attack, Avius, with the Staff of Detect Magic, you can.
I have my Rod of Harrowing.
That's not a reaction. That would be an action for you. I'm just right now. You have a quick opportunity if you want
Okay.
to try and smack him.
I thought I had the rod in my hand.
Oh, sure, you can do that too. I see what you mean.
Yeah. So the two-handed attack. This Rod of Harrowing.
All right.
That's gonna be a 9.
All right. You do a great blow and everything, but it all happened like 3 seconds after it left. Oh, yeah, I get an attack. It flies away. The Wraith flies away from that doorway, the crowded area around that hourglass, and backs up flying and hovers a little bit higher in the room and looks at the device at Rill's feet, that hourglass. What is this? And is dumbfounded. The Ghost Knight that is right next to Rill is attacking you, Rill, with brutal damage. And swings and misses and swings and misses and swings and misses. He's so furious. Die, why won't you die?
I'm telling you, that thing needs to take some damage.
Avius,
Gratian.
Oh, it's my turn.
you're relatively safe for now.
I am. I'm gonna do. What do I have? I'm gonna do. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Oh, let me try this. Let me try this chromatic. Oh, do I have it? I hate having limited. Arc lightning.
Arc lightning again.
Yeah,
Go for it. On whom?
the one that backed away.
The Wraith over here?
Yeah.
You cannot even see him.
You can't see through that black stuff.
Oh, I can't. The knight.
The Knight? Go for it.
4, 5, and 2 is 11 again.
11 points of damage. All right, unlike the Wraith, the Knight takes all of that damage and is zapped across his armor. He crackles into lightning. Mr. Hazelton, speaking of crackles, tears open a rift into the air and starts flipping through his book. That's his big action. Wait, that kind of makes sense. And he starts flipping, and I'm going to give him an Arcana roll. Ooh, critical success
What?
for Mr. Hazelton.
What makes sense?
I recognize it. We must go further in, down that other passage on the other side. There's a crystal that must be destroyed, or more will keep coming.
Well, then let's go.
And he charges across the room.
Oh,
Oh, he's a fast little fucker.
And he...
Temporarily, until he gets opportunity attacked.
oh, sorry, just one. I'll just take the highest
I
one.
hate to be an asshole here. but-
Oh, he charges into the bugs.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
He probably wouldn't have
no.
done
He
that.
does. He
Oh,
doesn't. He's
God.
excited. So he races past the Ghost
Hazelton,
Knight.
stop! Wait! he's like Martin Short on Lucky when that and he like blows up and
Yeah.
remember that he's in the back of that 172 and like
no.
I'm fine.
He races past the Ghost Knight. The Ghost Knight swings and misses, and Mr. Hazelton goes, "Aha! I avoided it!" And he backs up into this giant sphere of bitey, flying insects.
I mean, he still gets the full distance, though, right?
Oh, he may stop here. Go ahead and make a roll.
He has to make a constitution.
Constitution saving throw. He is excellent at this. -2. He got a 6.
He has a... Oh, God.
29.
29!
No.
And Mr. Hazelton disappears into the darkness.
Oh, no.
You hear no other cries of battle.
No.
You cannot see him between bugs and darkness.
Oh, we need to fix this.
We need to fix it. Avis gets serious all of a sudden.
There is
Just paid attention to me in the beginning.
There is a wraith right next to you, Elmon, and it reaches out.
Mm-hmm.
You will die, Elmon.
Yeah.
No, he won't.
Oh my goodness.
Guess again.
What would you like to have happen to this wraith, Elmon? He rolled a critical failure.
So he swipes, and Elmon's shield comes up, and it just glances off the shield, and the claws sink into the knight right beside him.
The knight right beside him is the most wounded one, takes 21 damage, only has 20 left. Elmon, continue your description of this scene.
The undead knight thing is gleefully staring at Elmon after his pitiful attack, and then the look of sudden shocked surprise as the wraith basically wraps himself around the knight and starts draining whatever essence out of him he can, and it just kind of withers up like the scene from Lord of the Rings, Sauron, whenever they cut the ring off and he just sort of folds up himself,
crunching
in. Yeah, starts just to crunch in and just withers, and all of his armor just rattles down to the ground.
All right. Great. He is dead. Elmon, you're in a far corner, only with that wraith now. The last wraith can go, and it's right next to you, Rill. And it also is confused. What is this? And it is flying past you. Puck, do you have any opportunity attack you can make?
I don't have any weapons drawn.
Okay. Go
I can, like, smash it with my shield, maybe.
make a roll.
10.
You miss. It flies over your head, Rill, and reaches out and grabs onto the hourglass to smash it, and it cannot grasp it. Its ethereal hands pass right through, and it tries, and it tries, and it tries. No! And Elmon, you're next.
Elmon will...
Got a wraith right in your face.
Yeah, I'm going to just laugh as I stomp on the metal armor plating that used to be the knight. Tell him, good job, as I race around the corner heading towards where Dumbass said to destroy the crystal.
All right, there's a bunch of bees in the way.
It covers the whole thing
Yes,
there?
that's the center point.
Yeah, it's a big area.
It's a huge... Well, it's a Constitution saving throw.
Still a shit ton of damage.
Crap ton of damage.
You know, you could dispel that.
It's not my turn.
Well...
Well, actually, I did not realize that, so...
Hold your turn.
Yeah, you can delay your turn.
Yes.
Okay. I'll just let you hold it.
delay.
All right, Rill, you're up.
Puck's not going to dispel it. It's like,
Real stays put.
You have 5 seconds. 4,
How much damage did you?
3, 2,
A lot.
10, 40,
1.
Real 2 will be running past the bees.
Okay.
What? Skirting it as much as possible.
All right. Rill runs around and tries to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. I think is your max. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. A natural 20.
Whoa!
And he just blends in perfectly. The bugs part like the Red Sea, and you are going through
I
it
just
without any
imagine him like
problems.
rolling and ducking and like bees flying around.
No,
yeah.
bees!
Smacking him every now and again.
Nice.
I was born in a colony. With this natural 20, is there any way I
know
could
they're queen.
grasp and pull out Mr. Hazelton in the midst of this craziness?
No. Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Nope. Elmon. I'm sorry, not Elmon. Puck.
I will send the bees on their way.
All right. That huge swarm in the room finally dissipates. There's a few lagging ones that buzz around.
Will you put Hazelton back, please, so we can see him?
Sure.
Is he there?
You can see his foot sticking out of the black smoke that drapes down from the ceiling.
Okay.
Giant bee chewing on his leg.
Nobody's next to me. I will grab the hourglass
Okay.
and run.
Okay.
Well,
Go ahead. No, fine. Yeah, do it.
Would you do me a favor? Could you return Rill to his original place? And thank you.
What?
We're fine.
Describe. That makes no sense.
Just with what I had done before,
Uh huh.
it
so you're back next to me?
yes, more or less.
So with a poof, Rill appears right next to you again. Confusingly.
Yes, very confusingly.
That is the
Puck
intent past
standing next to you.
Yes.
Can I see? Do I know if it's you or if it's a double? Or
It looks the exact same.
okay.
So that so we have to retcon the concept that no one saw you going through those bugs. Then that's what
No.
you're saying. Your invisible self went running through there.
Yes.
So then they didn't see you because you're invisible.
Correct.
And we described it as everyone saw you running. So I'm saying we have to retcon that no one saw you go in there.
Yeah,
That's all.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Okay. All right. Just trying to figure it out.
Okay.
Let's do maybe this as your clone then.
There we go.
So we have an illusion of Rill still standing right over that hourglass, and
Nobody knows that.
and an invisible one.
Who was trying to get the attention of every creature that was there.
An invisible one who's running across the room trying to get into the
Yeah.
other chamber.
Well, then, if Rill is still next to me, I'm not gonna take off running. I'll leave the hourglass where it's at, and I will roll a Eldritch Blast at the knight
Okay, go for it.
with a 15.
I don't know about that. Stand by. 15,
16, excuse me.
16 to hit is a miss.
Okay.
Elmon, you're up if you want.
Yeah, I do want. I'm going to, because I have no idea Rill is in the hallway. I'm probably going to run over him. I will haul ass around the corner.
Just crazy running.
Yep.
All right, here comes an opportunity attack from the Wraith.
Yep.
10.
And then around the corner through the
You
mist
got
or
like
whatever.
40 more feet to go.
Yeah,
Yep.
I just keep
You
on
go-
going until I hit something.
You go through the mist. There is a small circular chamber beyond, almost spherical chamber. And inside you can see there is a 3 blackish crystals that are rotating in the midair that are, I'm sorry, 4 crystals that are rotating in the air, crackling a bit. And one of them is crackling really, 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 really loudly and sparking. It's very loud electrical
I will
noises.
smash the shit out of that.
Okay. You smash like crazy. You need to make a dexterity saving throw as it erupts in necrotic blasting energy.
Awesome.
Good luck.
Oh,
12.
12. You take 18 points of necrotic damage. But there is no life-draining concept to this damage. You are blasted across this small spherical chamber. And then the rest of you hear from in your main area here, you hear screams of what? No, no! And all 3 of the remaining wraiths move instantly and are pulled back into their original positions and take the forms of generic little columns of gently flowing energy.
And you can turn Elmon on his side.
I had you. You were keeping track. So
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm down.
Elmon's unconscious.
What did you have me at?
Yeah, you're at 9.
Oh, no.
Okay.
-2.
All right. All of the race, the remaining 3 races are now just these gentle little columns of black
Hopefully
energy.
Maybe the group can hear a very meek, need a little help.
And also the curtains of black energy that were in this room all drip down and fade away into the floor and disappear. So there's perfect line of sight except for 3 of these cylinders.
Okay.
And then what about the knight?
The knight is kind of just looking around a little bit, like, where'd everybody go? He's still there, standing strong, and he actually gets to go. He is going to turn and run. 6. 6.
Fuck.
Runs through the
He
room.
wasn't next to me.
really?
And charges after Elmon, the unconscious Elmon, lying on the ground, and raises his battle axe to kill and finish off Elmon. But he can't get there. He had to use all his effort to get there. He can't deal the blow this
shit.
turn.
Did he skip past Rill?
Sure did. The invisible rill.
The invisible rills will break and he will take an opportunity attack.
Okay. Make some sort of melee attack. What's in your hand?
A rapier.
Okay.
Should get advantage from. He's invisible.
Sure.
Guy didn't even see him there.
Advantage.
Advantage?
Yeah.
All right.
And Avius, you're next.
Okay.
26.
That definitely hits.
Yeah, I haven't rolled for this in a long time. Holy cow. Is that?
Yeah, it does say an invisible creature has advantage rolls.
There we go.
7 damage.
7 damage. Does not slay the Ghost Knight,
Does
but
not
you
slay.
get some damage into him. Bink. Avius.
I'm gonna do.
The image of Rill is now gone.
I'm gonna do one more fireball.
Fireball.
Yep.
What? Okay.
I'm gonna cast it. I can still see
Yes.
the knight.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's. I mean, this is a truncated distance right there, right?
No,
he's
this is
further down.
This is the distance.
That's all.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah. If you chuck a fireball, you're gonna be hitting friendlies one way or the other.
Ah,
You in those tight spaces with the fireball.
I know. Damn it. Well, I'll just do arc lightning then.
Arc lightning. Range is good, I believe.
Yeah.
More lightning zaps out. Minor damage, but guaranteed hit.
12.
12. Zzz, he's lit up from behind. It is a new round. Elmon, Yabael, you need to make a death saving throw, a flat 10 or higher, please.
Nope.
No, you have 1 death saving throw against you. 1 mark. If you take 3, you are dead. Rill.
Rill. Rill eyes the knight up and down and concocts the most glorious of puns.
Okay.
Something he will appreciate and savor forever in his own life. As I unleash hideous laughter upon him.
Hideous laughter against him. This is wisdom.
It is wisdom based, yes.
15.
He will not succeed and he will succumb.
He drops to the ground, incapacitated with bizarre metallic haunted laughter. Nice. Puck, you're on the far side of the room.
30. And I'm gonna cast right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. It's 4 bombs of the Summer Court at Elmon.
From there?
120 feet.
Oh. And what does this look like with your casting through the incapacitated
It's
knife?
a little like white balls of energy, like a pew 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 pew.
Okay. Ping pongs of healing.
Eight.
You have your necklace too. If that matters.
That is true. I haven't used that yet, so I'm gonna re-roll this.
Okay.
So it's either 8 or 12.
12.
I'll take 12.
And Elmon, you are healed and no longer unconscious. The knight loses his turn, wrapped in joy, then tries to rise to his feet and comes to his senses. Ooh, with a 19.
He doesn't find it funny anymore.
Stands up and hefts his axe, ready to crush Elmon. Missed his opportunity. Great spell, Rill. And Avius, you're up. You're far away.
Probably just saved me from getting killed.
Again.
Fair enough.
Right, Avius is going to do a level 4 arc lightning, so that's an additional 3. So 6.
6 dice.
6 dice.
All right.
Not my
So
saving.
he has to do this with 2 hands instead of 1.
Okay.
Because he only has 5 fingers on each hand. So with both hands, he aims and arcs of lightning go 3, 6, 11, 13, 18, 21.
21.
Nice.
Huge lightning. You light him up. He's zapped. He is not losing focus, though, on Elmon. Speaking of which, it is your turn, Elmon. You are on the ground, prone, with this knight over you, with just a few hit points remaining.
Bonus action
Yes.
is going to be quaffing a potion of greater healing,
All right.
which is 4d4 plus 4. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
So laying on your back, you take a quick beverage break.
Mm-hmm. And half of my move will be to stand up.
All right.
I did have my sword and shield out, and so my action will be to attack the knight.
Stabby, stabby.
Yep, I'm getting stabby with it. So that'll be 21 to hit.
Hits.
For 9. Hold on. No. Hold on. 12 points of damage.
All right. You puncture right through him. He's still standing and staggering. That was 12?
Yep. And with the flourish, despite my near mortal wound,
Second strike.
still being Elmon, I will take my second strike out. And that will be a 27 to hit.
Is a hit. He is on the verge of death. This could save your life again.
8 points of damage.
8 brutal points of damage. Another huge hit. And the Ghost Knight is still standing.
Oh.
Wow.
We have Rill, then we have Puck, and then this Ghost Knight is going to do triple attacks on Elmon. I think the first one will knock him down. The other 2, if they hit, will finish him off. So good luck. We have Rill and Puck up. Rill, you're up.
Rill.
Little help here.
Oh my goodness. He's taking a lot of lightning damage for sure.
Rill has a familiar tune. It strums, and then he slaps hard the instrument, causing the note to just stop quickly. And then ding, and it just becomes this shrill, and you can see the knight's armor start to glow a little red, redder, as he succumbs, or at least his armor does, to heat metal.
Heat metal.
And I can cast this at a higher level? I will do so. I will cast it at 3rd level.
At 3rd level.
Yep.
So he is now enjoying 3d8 points of fire damage as his very armor that he exists in is heated up red hot.
Oh, that's not good.
Just rolling out.
Yep. Hoping for another one. Yep. 3 points of damage.
With 3? points of damage.
Did I get?
The knight sizzles and smokes in flame. He has 4 at the start of your turn. He has 1 remaining. Oh my god, I cannot believe that whiffed like it just did. Oh,
That was brutal.
all right. Puck, you're up. You're the last hope for Elmon. And this 1 hit point knight will do triple battle axe against Elmon's soft elven face.
Man.
Don't miss.
Yeah. I'm limited as to what? Yeah, Eldritch Blast. Ooh. With 18.
18? I'm going to double check. That's close. The Eldritch Blast fires across. Elmon looks desperate, and the Ghost Knight has an armor class of 19.
Oh,
Fuck me.
shite.
Yes.
Attack. There's nothing I can do. 4 more D6 isn't going to help you, probably.
Yeah. Well.
But I'll do it.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll do
it's
4
certainly
more.
nice.
Action.
4 more Balms of the Summer Court as a bonus action.
Oh, to heal him.
To heal him.
You still have those
Like,
available?
Yeah.
Is the last of it?
No, I got 1 left.
All right.
After this.
Wow.
That's pretty good heal.
15.
15 more.
Yep.
Elmon is
That puts me at 42 hit points.
Whoa, that's a huge heal. Huge. All right. Ghost Knight.
42?
Yeah, 42.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't hit your when you
Yeah,
did
'cause
the
I did the
healing
push and a
potion.
great-
Yeah, he missed the
Greater
healing
healing.
potion. Great, you're in good shape then.
Sorry, no, I don't want to say it. Is that necrotic damage that was taken before off the top?
No, I have a maximum of 50.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
he's
just
good.
checking. All right.
All right, the Ghost Knight brings down his axe for a 22
Yeah, that'll hit.
and a 25,
Oh, yeah.
and then critically misses.
Okay.
So the 22, let's deal with the 22 and the 25 and see what happens there, shall we? The 22, the first hit is 7 slashing and 10 necrotic, so 17 points of damage.
Okay.
We're with you, Elmon.
The second hit hits you for 17 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
Are you still standing,
I
Elmon?
am.
How many hit points you have left?
Hold on. Calculating.
So that's 34.
8.
8 left. The third strike comes down. He critically misses, and with 1 hit point left, Elmon, describe how this combat ends.
The final Elmon takes 1 hit with the axe, a second hit with the axe, is down on his knees. The third axe strike comes down, like Elmon looks like he's done for. The shield comes up, blocks it, and Elmon just drives his sword straight up through his groin, coming up through the vast majority of his body, and it just lets him fall over, and then Elmon promptly himself falls over.
And the last combatant dies, and it's quiet again in this chamber.
So when one crystal exploded, the other 3 kind of lost their oomph as well.
Nope, they're slowly rotating.
They're still
behind
rotating.
Elmon.
Okay.
Puck's gonna do some healing first, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're out of combat. Whatever you want to
He's
do.
gonna run, hit the Mr. Hazelton.
Thank you.
With a level 3. Level 3.
How valuable are you?
For 17.
Ooh.
Wow.
And then run up to Elmon and throw a level 4 your way, sir.
Wow, you have a lot of spells left.
I do. I've been doing nothing with that cantrip.
Oh,
The thing was a cantrip?
the Eldritch Blast.
Oh, Eldritch
He's
Blast.
stingy so we can keep the heals
Yeah.
ready. I like
26.
it. I like it.
26.
Yes, sir.
So that'll put me at 34. And I'm going to cast a level 3 healing on myself as well.
All right.
So it's plus your spell modifier, right?
Yep.
So I have a spell attack of +5. Is that what my spell modifier is?
No, that
Would
includes
it just be your intelligence then? 'Cause
Or
I
wisdom.
thought I had wisdom, so it's +1.
yeah.
Okay. And that's total, not per die, right?
Total.
Okay. That's 13 more.
God, per die with a healer.
yeah, I mean,
Maybe it is
So I'm
intelligence.
back up to 47.
wow.
I think it is intelligence.
It's
I
based
think it
on
depends
it's
in
based on the
your
class.
range.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Hazelton, his eyes blink. He kind of stirs. Charge!
Avius runs up to him, kneels down. Are you ready for adventure?
Oh, we've got to stop the crystals.
Yes.
They will reform
Come along.
the ghosts.
Come along.
Ah.
Yes, and Avius helps him up.
He
and
hobbles.
We walk down the hall.
Okay.
And I'm on stepping away from the other crystals.
Did
They have to be destroyed.
yeah? Did you ever figure out what the plaque was? What you guys were fiddling around with? When
We have
you
not yet.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
just making sure you remember.
Instead of doing what Elmon wanted, which was kind of taking care of what was about ready to attack us, just just mentioning that,
Yeah.
throwing that out there.
Give him a break. He lost some maximum hit points. He's allowed to whine.
I would say justifiably complaining at
Sure.
this point.
Avius and Hazelton walk up to the crystals.
All right, so you're in that little antechamber. There are 3 crystals that are slowly
Is there a
rotating
gap
around.
where the fourth was?
There's a
Is it
gap
obvious?
in the
Okay,
gap,
that
and there's
one-
also a ring of scarred, damaged walls where the explosion from that happened.
Okay.
Now outside of that.
There's an elven-shaped gap, like a head gap, a stunned-looking shape. Mr. Hazelton says, "Yes, we must destroy these."
And how?
And he reaches out and grabs one. And he takes damage.
Well,
This dude is more
And
hasty than
he
I
cries
am.
out, "Ah!"
And
He's still alive,
Okay.
and let's go, and it continues to float. Don't touch them!
yes, duh.
Use one of your magic spells!
Well, let me think. Everyone, clear the room.
Try
Clear the room.
the lightning!
Clear the room, everyone. Including you, Hazelton.
And he backs away, and it is just Avius. While you figure that out, one of the things for somehow I was thinking Avius was going to do at the start of this battle, as you're swarmed and Hazelton and Avius are swarmed, I thought for a second you were going to cast, because you were grinning, that Otaluk's impervious sphere on him and just roll him away.
I
I thought that would have been
the
cool.
sphere was about to come out, not on Hazelton.
Oh,
though.
all right.
Yeah.
Cast it on him and roll him into the battle. Avius contemplates.
Mr. Wizard, move out of the way.
Hold on.
Stop.
Hold on.
Fill the room with bees.
Yeah.
If I do counterspell, will it apply to all 3 crystals?
Counterspell is when a spell is being actively cast. You're
Dispel.
thinking-
If I do dispel magic,
Dispel
will it
magic?
apply to all 3 crystals?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
Avius is about 5 feet away from him, Puck, if that affects your decision at all.
I'm just gonna try it on one of the crystals. Dispel magic, level 3.
Okay. You are not able to automatically dispel it. You need
Okay.
to make a roll adding your spellcasting modifier
Okay.
versus its level.
For me, is that spell attack? My spellcasting modifier? No. It's what? Was
No, it's spell attack, I believe.
okay.
I'm gonna double check. Let's double check before we roll. Hold on. Dispel magic. Plus the
Spellcasting ability.
I'm sorry, it's DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. So you cast at level 3, so you're adding plus 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're rolling at that and adding. Oh no, hold on, I have that totally. So sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, the spell of the
Yeah.
crystals level is the DC I need to beat. 10 plus this crystals.
Make
level.
an ability check with your spell casting ability. So that would be intellect for you.
Okay.
Roll that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's my same as my spell
Right.
attack. Okay. It's 15.
15. You cast a spell magic and nothing happens
Okay.
to the magical
All right.
crystal.
Well, I'm out of I'm out of ideas.
Come here.
Step out of the room. And Elmon draws his bow.
Okay.
Oh.
And let's just brute force this. And Elmon will fire an arrow straight at one of the crystals.
All right, you fire an arrow and you erupt a crystal and it blasts away, and you do it again and it blasts away, and you fire a couple arrows and they have all been destroyed and shatter. The sound is again muffled because it's in a different space than you for some reason, and as you turn around behind you, you see there are 3 of the beams of light that descend the grayish pillars. They whisk away and go flying out the door you guys came in and dance out of the room.
What do you make of that?
What just happened, old man?
Let me continue to look here. And he goes back to the plaque in the middle of the room and resets everything.
Supposed to like
He's
know
an
stuff.
idiot.
Well, he has his books. So he goes to the
Yeah. After some time, he and looking at his book through the rift, it's not quite clear, but it appears these are ghostly minions of some sort that must be kept here. They, if slain, will keep reappearing if they have their crystals intact.
So where do they go after we destroy the crystals? Where'd they go?
That's not clear, but what is clear is it says that the crystals are fragile and should not be harmed, or the creatures are no longer located and imprisoned here within the Banewarrens.
I'm gonna kill this guy.
Wait, who? You were the one who destroyed him.
After
He
being
was
told
the
to
one that
destroy
told us
him
to.
by,
Yes.
by this guy.
It all makes sense here. The theme so far has been imprisonment, right? So we have escaped this, escaped that, and the prisoners. It makes sense now. So let's not break any more crystals, and take everything he says with a grain of salt.
Well, he was conjecturing at that point. To be fair, he had not had a chance to.
It was right in front of us the whole time. We should have seen it.
But we were fighting. We didn't have a chance to read the placard.
So now there are 3 ghost-like apparitions running around. Most likely will make their way quickly to the breach and make their way into the city. Someone needs to know.
Well, we were planning on going back after this anyway, yes?
Yeah, what's down where those crystals were? Is there anything else in that room?
Nope.
There's no passageways or anything, so we kind of hit a dead end here.
Correct.
Right? All right. Be like, yeah, I need to.
Puck hands Rill the hourglass.
Oh!
Here you go, sir. I think it's time for us to get the hell out of here.
I tuck it away.
Okay, as we leave this room, once everyone's out, I cast Arcane Lock
On the door.
on the door.
All right.
And then I walk over to the silver door, close it, and cast Arcane Lock on that as well.
All right. Sealing things up.
Yeah, and a password to that? Is it the same as the last time? Don't tell Chuckle Butt over here.
Who's Chucklebutt?
Mr. Hazelton.
Yeah.
I don't tell anyone for now.
The password is Mr. Hazelton.
Yeah.
I don't tell anyone for now. I just do it.
Very good.
All right, you guys head out, right?
Other than the sealed door, we have explored everything there is to explore.
Well-
correct?
And there, yeah.
And there are
In
no
the
other
seal.
exits I have described
Yes.
for you to go through.
Yes.
That's a loaded statement.
Yes, it is.
But for now, that's fine.
Yeah, and I need to get back up to. I need to get rid of.
You
What?
and
Well,
Avius both.
Yeah, I need to get back up to my max hit points.
Oh, okay.
Me too.
Need some
and,
resting.
And I need some spell slots.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys then head out and go back out of the breach into the Banewarrens wall, through the tunnels, and climb out into the city.
As we're going, I want to have a conversation with Hazelton.
All right, you're walking through the city. It's bizarre. It's just starting to become nightfall. There's people going about their days, have no idea what's going on beneath the streets.
Hazelton.
Yes.
As you can see, I believe we're up against some very, very strong magic. You need to have your people prepare. However you think best, they can prepare to support the battle that will certainly be coming.
You are looking at the results of that preparation.
So it's just you?
We are not battlecasters like yourself.
I understand.
We have provided the information that brought us here with our divinations and my knowledge of what we have seen within the Banewarrens.
Okay.
And as we're leaving, I should get some rest myself. I took quite a beating from my bold charge across the room.
Right. Yes, go take a nap, and...
Pelted by bees.
So, if you glean additional information, my concern once again are these cultists that have somehow breached the impossible sealed door and are deeper into the inner vaults. If you have more information, summon me and I will be there for you.
Is there perhaps an easier way to summon you than to go into the
A good day!
spoon of brass?
He
I don't
disappears.
think we need to worry about summoning him ever again.
I
Probably
think
at some point.
I think we're gonna need him. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of help here.
And he left in the middle of me talking to him. How rude!
You open the breach underneath him and
Good day!
I said good day.
All right, you guys head back to your manor and rest.
On our way, we didn't see any.
Any ghouls?
There were no race, very limited amounts of ghouls.
Only 3.
And you guys spend the night at your manor and recover. So you get back, I think everyone gets back all their health, essentially.
Does my maximum hit points go back?
Your
up?
maximum hit points do come
Don't worry
back.
about that.
And we will stop there for tonight.